Hi guys, this is Tim Toutant with you, and what we're going to do today, something very special, and it's going to be an unboxing of a Boomerang Sprint, and also want to do a shout out to Larry Roper, as this is one of the aircraft I got recently from his shop, and concurrently Larry has retired from the business, sold it off a couple of months back, and the new folks are going to take over and produce or come up with another nice range of Boomerang aircraft, keeping the ones they have and expanding on other aircraft. And that would be Greg Alderman and Sam Lee. I don't know how to pronounce the middle name, but Greg Alderman and Sam Lee are going to be the new folks taking over for Boomerang. Make a shout out to them. And again, Boomerang Sprint, I've had a couple of them now, and it's a very wonderful all-wood aircraft. Boomerang also makes composite airplanes for you to look at. They have many different styles, shapes, and designs. You can find them on BoomerangRCJets.com. And I'll put all that information in on the video when I get this all done. But in the meantime, we're going to do the box opening here of a Boomerang Sprint. Not only that, I'd like to do a shout out to Salvatore, who puts out the Sky Candy lighting, which is also going to be going into the aircraft to light this thing up with brilliant bright lights. I'm telling you, those things are really, really bright. So without any further ado, I'll get to this real quick, and we'll start opening up. What do you see here? Oh, there's the box. So we'll get this going right away. As I've mentioned early, and here's a box of 2 lights from Salvatore, the Sky Candy. These will be going in the wingtip lighting for the Sprint, Boomerang Sprint. And looking forward to getting this thing going. So let's do the unboxing out, shall we? All right, let's do this. And get us going. All right. Get out the old butter knife. Get into the tape. There you go, Sky Candy. And I do have another box of lighting for this aircraft to do the nose lighting and other lighting I have from another plane. That includes the Sky Candy, strobes, and so on. So let's get this thing open without any further ado, shall we? Two sides. There we go. I got this thing wrapped up in there really nice, it appears. Let's get this bad boy out of here. I might just do one side, I don't know. Let's just open it from right here. All right. One strappy. Two strappy. Good thick corrugated cardboard holding this airplane in place. How about that? All right. Make sure I got this centered on the table. Righteously. And we're going to start off with get an awesome fuel tank. That fits right in here and be ready to roll. Comes with all the fittings, plumbing fittings and all sorts, but I do have a tank from another Sprint. It's got a smoke composite also built into the bottom of the original tank that I got, which is a really neat tank, so I'll show that later. So that's number one. And number two, center wing section. Alright, this gets glued to the fuselage. You got the place here for your landing gear, retractable landing gear, flap servo in this point right here. Very nicely done and wrapped with, you guessed it, good old bubble wrap. What can you say, right? Good stuff here. So it's packed very, very nicely. Let's hope you can see it better. Not only that, parts are wrapped in plastic also, not just the bubble wrap, but also plastic. Oh, lots of tape. Very nicely covered, nice and shiny, and all wood. This is all wood construction, guys. Not composite or anything else, but the only composite pieces you got, I'll be showing to you those in a minute. Big canopy needs to be trimmed and cut out to fit. So you have a nice big canopy there. It's for the landing gear. Okay, put that in there. These are composite to fit in there, so the landing gear folds up nice and neatly inside the wing fuse that I showed you earlier. So those get installed. What I usually do with mine is I screw mine in and I don't glue them in. So if I need to get any of the wiring, I can just pop these off with the screws and then be done. So we'll show you all the building parts of it later. Okay, moving right along. Intakes, fiberglass intakes, all painted, ready to go, notched so you get perfect fit, and fit them right down on each side of the fuse for your intakes. So that's one of two. Tip tanks, all painted up, really nice for you. They got to be drilled out for the plugs, pins to fit them to the wings, and then sky candy lighting up in the tips, up here in the tip tank, so that would look really nice and bright. Shows off the airplane really well. So that's one, and you get two of those. Next piece, stabilizer, horizontal stabilizer, the elevator. The other thing that needs to be done on this is that the hinges need to be glued in, and I will show that during the building part. Again, Greg Alderman and Sam Lee are the new proprietors of the Boomerang line, and they've got the Boomerang RC Jets.com all up and operating. It's a brand new site, nicely made, I might add. It's tape sticky. Again, nicely wrapped in plastic. Got your stabilizer, you got stars on there. Okay, of course that would be the top, bottom, and it's almost as big as some of my small airplanes. This would be like a regular wing, eh? So again, all wood construction, all right there. Next thing is all taped in here. None of this stuff's going anywhere during shipping, let me tell you. So it's not going to be busted up or anything like that. Even though the outside of the box is pretty well dented up from the shipping. But other than that, here's the other intake. Ready to rock and roll. Get that installed. So it's 2 intakes down. And I'll get into that in a minute. You got your floorboard, nice decals, instrument panel there for you. It's all wood and very nicely done. Spot for your UATs right here, and put that all in. It's held in with screws. Got 2 little plugs there. You put it in, tongue and groove type. Got the tongues there, plug it in, and then screw it down. There's 4 screws to hold that in place. Again, we'll get into that during the building part. Bag of parts for you right here. It's got your wing rods that you screw in and put your wings on with that, and then screw them down to hold them in place, along with all your control surfaces and horns and so on. And you got some more hinges in here to glue in. So everything comes with the airplane. It's all right there. Next, the booms. The booms for the Boomerang. Pair of them in here. Again, all wood construction, fellas. All wood construction. Guys, gals. Okay. And again, this good size airplane. Holes are drilled in for you and all taken care of, so when you put your rods in, everything will line up perfectly when you get it all assembled. So there you go on the booms. Booyah. Next piece. A pair of them. Gotta have 2. The wings. 1 for each side. Of course, left and right wing. So, as I mentioned, all wood construction. Some guys might think more pieces to pick up if you have an incident. However, I don't know what's worse, wood or fiberglass, trying to put fiberglass all back together. But at any rate, we don't count on that kind of stuff happening. Alright, that's one wing, and you got a spot here for where your servos go, and the cover goes on there, which is in another package. Spot for your control horns right here to get glued in. Their control horns are fiberglass, very well high tensile strength, so they don't break. Okay, because you are dealing with a turbine jet model airplane here. Now, one of the reasons why I chose a Sprint is I was planning on doing an F4 Phantom right away into turbines, but being a little bit more smarter than some folks to get right into terms, I figured I'd use one of these guys as a learning bed to learn how to do a turbine and fly a turbine really well before getting into a scale jet like the F4 Phantom, even though I have EDFs, plenty of EDFs in the F4 style. With the every airplane flies a little bit differently. So that's one wing. Wing number 2, same thing. Very nicely done, all covered. Not even a wrinkle, guys, not even a wrinkle. Of course, they have the wing tube, goes all the way through the fuselage and into the wings. Carbon fiber, all right there. And here's all your plates and covers, and you got your servo beds already there. All you gotta do is drop your servos in and screw them down, and you're good to go. A very, very simple operation to do that. So it's looking pretty good. You got the one here for your flap in the mid wing, because it's got the angles cut out already for you. Just a matter of cutting out the holes for your servo arms to come out, and you're good to go. So that's all that right in this bag. Very well put together, guys. Alright, next. The big piece. Major mogul. Oh yeah! We got the fuselage. Oh, a good old piece. Again, this thing it's all wood construction, except for those few fiberglass pieces. Check it out. All right, there you go. Nice long fuselage there. You got the cockpit area here, and the nose. The center wing section goes here. You got this big top cover that comes off. You got a little notch here. You push down on it, slide the canopy back, and it pops right off with full access to the fuel tank and the turbine itself. So that's one of the nice things I like about this also, is that you have access to everything and you can get your hands into it, okay, really fairly easily. So again, all wood construction. I know I can't say all wood construction enough, because some people are liking wood over composite. Right? And the price is right. It's right on point, depending on which aircraft you get. Okay, and the prices are on the website. Okay. How shiny that is. I mean, not a ripple in this covering. Not a ripple. And you push, there's a little lever right here, you push that down, slide this back, and the cover comes right off, just like that. And you have full access to everything right there. Okay? Everything's right there, folks. Easily accessible, and the turbine will fit right in this area back here, and very easy. Anything from a 60 to a 120 will go into this airplane. I'm using a King Tech 120 for my with my experience, and it's the engine I've got. So that's what's going in. Line up the holes, shove it forward, locking pin comes up, and it's nice and in place. And then I'll be able to cut into the nose here for the nose light with Sky Candy. That's going right here, and it's going to be a nice airplane. I've had one of these before, and we've got some nice decals that are going to go with this that I purchased, and you'll see that in a little bit. Then you got the flap piece right here, so that's another piece. Rudders, got a pair of them right here for the rudders. And this bag right here has got all your hardware. This aircraft, this nice jet, comes with this is your nose gear. I mean, probably the sturdiest stuff out there. Is pretty heavy duty. It's electric, all electric, and it comes with the controller. Is also comes with this, so you get a controller with the landing gear. So that's the nose gear. Servo sets in here, so you can be able to steer it on the ground. All right. Then you have your mains, all trailing link on the mains. I mean, this stuff is heavy duty, right out of the box. I mean, for the price range that you're paying for this airplane, you get a lot of bang for your buck on this. Okay. Also, electric brakes, variable electric brakes, so you can just either pump them all the way on or gradually get into the braking. So that's another nice thing about this. Very nicely done on the landing gear. And then the main piece that goes with all that is the controller. Right here you got your landing gear controller that also incorporates your brakes, and also they give you plenty of cabling, your wires, to hook this all up. So everything comes with the airplane, guys. You can't beat that. Then all your miscellaneous screws and hold downs and spare parts that you may need for the airplane, all in this bag. So without any further ado, I hope you guys enjoy that. Again, Greg Alderman and Sam Lee, the new folks that are distributing the Boomerang line. Look them up on the internet, Boomerang RC Jets.com, and see what they have to offer. And I went to their website, and they did a fantastic job upgrading that website. Very intuitive. So get there, look it up, look at it. If you're interested in turbines, one of these is the way to go. They've got turbinators and all types of Elons, and you name it, those jets are there. I don't get any compensation for this. This is something that I enjoy. This is my hobby. Has been since I was 14 years old. Now I'm going to be 65 this year. So I figured, hey, it's about time to do turbines, and started into turbines about 3 years ago. And looking forward to doing more with the turbine guys, and hopefully we can really get together and learn some new things and get some new guys involved. There's a lot to it. It's not probably the easiest thing to get into. It's like if a person's starting off in RC airplanes, they always want either the P-51 Mustang, or they want to start out with a ducted fan and never flown a plane before. Well, for me, a turbine, yeah, I've flown an airplane. I can fly any kind of airplane. It's got wings, no problem. With a turbine, the motor is the most different part of the whole thing, because you're dealing with a turbine that continues to run. Unlike a prop plane, yeah, you got wind over the tail, and that kind of helps you with your elevator and rudders and stuff. But on a turbine, it's still spooling up, and it's still putting out some poundage out the back end. So you got some residual thrust there. That's going to be continuous. So just a learning curve. My first maiden flight 3 years ago on a sprint went really well, and unfortunately I lost that one. Still trying to figure out why. Maybe it was an accelerated stall in a loop, and snap rolled and went into the ground. So totaled that one out. And another one I got was totally all my fault. Just thumbed it into the ground. So like I said, I really like the turbine, and hopefully you guys will too. And for the new guys, thanks for stepping up and taking over for Larry. I'm sure Larry Roper is going to enjoy his retirement from all this and enjoying his full-size airplane flying. And Larry, thank you for everything you've done for the Boomerang line. And the new guys, I'm sure you're going to do just as well. Anthony, thank you for that. I thank you for that. And I've got my shirt on with all the Boomerang information on it here, and including the back of my shirt. So, Team Boomerang, let's do this and get some more boomerangs out there. Hey guys, have a great week. Have a great year. Safe flying, and we'll see you out at the field.